Hello friends, once again welcome to bisptrainings.com. My name is Amit and today I'm going to show you how you can find the time difference between two dates. It could be 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 dates, 2 years. In today's example I'm going to show you two functions. One is called timestamp diff, another one is called evaluate function, by which we are going to pass database function month reference along with a couple of arguments. So timestamp diff is one method through which you can evaluate the difference between two dates. As you see, as per the syntax, timestamp diff takes three arguments. The first argument talk about SQL TSI dates. In order to find the difference between days, you passed SQL TSI dates. In order to find difference between months, you pass first argument as SQL TSI month. Because in this example, we are going to find out difference between two dates. The both of them should be date and timestamp data type. So date and current date, right? This is the first and second argument. The example which we are going to do today is based on sample sales, and we are going to find out the difference between order place date, order date, and paid date. So we can find out the difference between order to pay. So you see, the first argument going to be month, second argument is order date or date and time, and paid date. And we want this value to be cast as double, so I apply cast function on top of this. So before we process further, let's do this live example. I'm going to create a new request and new analysis. In new analysis, I like to bring various information about order. So we have an order column over here, order type, um, order date, order date, and paid date, and the difference between order date and paid date. So I place one more column, right click and edit formula. I change it, name it order to pay. Now I like to pass in timestamp diff. I can use the same argument, this function, simple copy and paste, I can use it over there. So sorry, this is going to be timestamp difference between order date and paid date, and I finally cast it to double. That's it. Okay, and then run it. This is first example: order type, order date, paid date, and order day. Difference between 2 months. Difference between months. So as you see, order placed on this date and paid on this date, and the difference between both of them is rounded off to month. This is one way. There is an alternate way of doing the same. Is called evaluate function. Evaluate function used extensively every time you want to invoke database function with arguments. As it is given over here, this function passes the specified database function with optional reference as a parameter. So see, first argument is database function, and all the argument database receives can be passed as a column 1 and column 2. So you see, I'm using month between function of Oracle, and it takes two arguments which I pass over here as dollar %1 and %2. And %1 argument is order date, paid date, sorry, and second one is order date. So difference between paid date and order date time. And the final output we are casting as double. So I use a cast function on top of this. So let's see how to do the same thing. I copy and paste and execute this function as well. So I'll go to my criteria section, add one more column, and modify the definition of it. And here also I use a custom defined label order to pay by using evaluate function. Right. So evaluate the function name, and month between is a function from Oracle with two argument, order date and paid date and order date. That's it. First one is evaluate function, another one is timestamp diff. See see, right? So finally you get the difference between both of them, between two time. Now finally we look at the query and understand how it process. You go to administration, manage session, scroll absolute to the bottom. There you find your query. Click on view log and you find the SQL query over here. So you see, we use first, I use month between function, right? In both the cases, whether I use timestamp difference or evaluate function, Oracle interpret them as a month difference between, right? Month between function with two argument as pay date and order date. So from front end, whatever function you apply, eventually when it get processed against your data source, like within our example in Oracle, it use a common function called month between function. So that's it for today. If you have any question, you can write to us. Our website is www.bsbtrainings.com. Should you have any question or consulting requirement, please feel free to visit to our site. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel to access more than 1,000 videos across different BA products. Thank you and have a great day ahead.